Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and for some even good night. My name is Beau Metz. I'm your country liaison from the Netherlands, and I'm here to give you some short updates about what's happening in the Netherlands. So, from the public sentiments, let's dive into it directly. We got some negative displays with unregistered drone use around prison areas, and of course, that's not preferred. So, it raised a discussion about drone use in general as well. And on the other side, we got a lot of positive displays. Delta Quad and AV had major headlines, which you can see down here as well. The Delta Quad raised their ceiling to 5,500 meters, so they even raised their limits, which is great to see. And an AV drone, which is being used by the Dutch police force, has detected an oil spill, which is great, especially in the nature reserve where they detect it. So it's major steps ahead for these companies. For industry milestones, I want to highlight two. So the first one is Skyreach. Skyreach is a study from Study to Create and the Amsterdam Drone Lab on how we could incorporate advanced air mobility in the current urban environment. So they involved architects, urban planners, and also advanced air mobility experts to create a blueprint of the infrastructure which we can use in the future. So not just for the businesses operating in that area, but also for schools, for people living there, for universities, medical. There's a huge hospital in the area. So they incorporated every facet of the daily life, and they created an advanced air mobility roadmap for this area to use. And that's great. They finished the orientation on urban development, and now they're going into the implementation study. So this gives a lot of opportunities for parties which can operate in this field. But in case you have any similar questions, I think these are the two parties which you need to have in the Netherlands. The second industry milestone is super exciting, which is Energy to Fly and E-Flight Academy. Energy to Fly is focused on the improvement of aviation charging infrastructure, and not just for aircraft, but also for new aircraft. So testing of battery packs, testing of cables, electrical systems, you name it, and also the ground vehicles. So they have installed the second airport this year, and they will do 3 more this year with their charging network. One of their clients is E-Flight Academy, and E-Flight Academy is super unique in this world. They're using just PPS-12 Velis aircraft, so they're only using electronic airplanes, which is great, and also a leap ahead to see how we can use this in the world and what are the next steps for future with these types of flight schools. So not just normal flight schools, but also pure electronic flight schools right now in the Netherlands. So if you want to have a look at it, you can see how you can reach them. Here's a short overview of the charging network, and the charging network just would open up opportunities for the international clients and national clients, of course. So as a testing bed for advanced air mobility, it will be great if you have a country covered with charging infrastructure. So Energy to Fly is working on that as well. Here you can see a concept of their airport infrastructure, and this showcases how they are not just thinking about one aircraft, but about the whole ecosystem to excel. In this year, we got one major event, which is the Amsterdam Drone Week, happening in April as usual. And so in short, we have a lot of things happening, a lot of drone things, charging infrastructure, which is great. I think the case studies of an Energy to Fly, a case study of the Studio to Create are really adding something to our knowledge about advanced air mobility and how we can implement that in the market of today. Of course, I'm here also on behalf of PLV, and we got some short updates to share with you as well on flying and on driving. So on flying, we achieved no technical objection from EASA, so that's a huge milestone. We are allowed to go ahead with the certification plans and also for the compliance demonstration. So you will see more of that happening this year. And we passed our first MOT check on the road. So we have more than 4 years of registration on the road, so we need to have the roadworthiness check as usual. We also have a big interest now from the Dutch Fire Brigade in using the product. So we're not just focused on private individuals, but also companies and governments. So big steps ahead. In case you have any questions around anything what I just talked about, information you need from the Netherlands or from one of our companies, you can reach out to me via email or via LinkedIn. I'm happy to share with you. Cheers.